Are you making the most of your time? Probably not, maybe, but let's find out a little bit more with Dr. Steve Endicott from CIA Tax. It's good to have you. Take us through a bit about this one.
Well, okay, I'll state this one. This is a Dr. Steve, if you like.
Yep.
Probably my biggest talent has been time management. Okay, and it's also, you know, over time, if you like, I've proven that many times. And I've seen a lot of the issues that cause me not to get my time management right. And I've come up with 6 key points on what we can talk about. But I think a lot of time management is choices. There are times in life where we don't have as many choices, but you can always make a choice. You can choose to how you respond to your lack of choices. And you can be a little bit more disciplined about your choices and what you do and how you do, or a little bit more vocal in saying that, hey, I can't do this, I don't have time, here's the 3 options we can look at. So a lot of time management comes down to choices. Choices on how we communicate and choices how we discipline our approach to time and time management. A lot of what I've found with time management issues, and this is from my own life as well, it's a mental health thing as well.
Totally.
So a lot of it is avoidance. So generally the people who are out of time have got avoidance issues going on as well. And they'll use their time management as a way of handling avoidance. I know this because I do it a lot myself.
Yes.
And I've just seen it, and you can see it in others as well. So often we look at it and we go, why have I got some chronic time management issues going on here? There are ways I can communicate. There are ways I can address it. There are ways I can be a bit more disciplined. But is it something deeper than that? Is there some avoidance issues going on? And I think we need to look, you know, dig a bit deeper.
I think that's really important to get
to that core. But I want to give people some tools. Okay, so part of getting over some of these mental health avoidance issues is actually knowing that there's a process. There's a process of time management. If you start to follow that process or the steps I'm about to give, you'll start to move the balance back into your favour. So it's a baby step approach to time management. If things are way out of control, know that you have choices. You have choices to communicate better, you have choices to be more disciplined, you have choices not to avoid and move on. So the first thing I always try to do, it's the 80-20 rule. We all know it. But you've got to go, well, hang on, 20% of my time should be doing 80% of the things that really need to be done. And that addresses avoidance right at the start. So there's a whole lot of stuff. 20% of our time will probably handle about 80% of our toys. So a lot of people will just focus on the big things and let the little things go. I'm the opposite. I start in the morning every day by ticking off all the little things. It gives you a bit of momentum. So they're going, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. Okay, now I'm ready to bring on some big things. But if you focus on the big things, the little things don't get done as well. So I think that's a really important rule.
Another one I'd add to that is the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes, you probably should do it.
Straight away.
Immediacy. Laundry, things like that.
Immediacy, I call that. I'm a very immediate person. If I don't do it now, I'm probably going to forget about it, or it goes down the order. So immediacy. All right, so urgent, important, we all know that as well. So number 2 is plan. You've got to plan your day ahead. And you've got to know the sort of person you am. I'm a morning person. I wake up at 5 o'clock every day. I wish I could sleep in longer. I can't. It's just who I am. So I know between 5 and 9 a.m. is generally my most productive time of day. So I'm really smashing out the majority of my day's commitments, especially the quick ones, the easy ones, early. So it's all done. Okay, so you've got to plan your day. If that's the opposite for you, if you're a lunchtime person or a nighttime person, you've got to flip your day around. So you've got to go with your energy, not fight your energy. Number 3, Mike, can you guess what this one is?
No, take me through it.
Eliminate distractions.
Oh dear.
All right.
Scrolling through.
Yeah, exactly, brain rot or whatever they call it. But at the end of the day, I'm guilty of that like everyone else is. Okay, so that can fall into avoidance as well. I won't address it, I'll be distracted as well. So for me, you've got to know who you are personally. For me, I cannot work from home. I cannot work from the farm. All right, because I've got too many other things I'd rather be doing. I go to work. I go to work and work because I know I'm going to be focused and doing those sort of things. So you've got to look at what are your distractions. For some people, it might be at work. I've got a whole heap of people around me that are distracting me. And I've got staff that hardly ever come into the office, and I want them at home. I don't want them coming.
They're going to be better off there.
Because they're far more productive at home. So you've got to understand what your distractions are and work around that. Point number 4 is delegate. So if you are in a position to delegate,
do so.
Don't be that victim that says, I'm going to do it all the time. All right, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, or control freak or whatever you might be. Delegate what you can delegate. People aren't going to be able to do it as good as you, but they're still going to do it. All right, so, and you've got to allow them to grow. So if you keep doing everything yourself and you don't delegate, you're being selfish. You're stopping others from growing.
You're shooting
yourself in the foot. That's right, so do delegate. Be realistic, all right? Tony Robbins taught me this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is a great one. People always overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can do in a decade.
True.
Right? So we're always trying to smash everything in a year, but if you take a look at over the decade experience, you go, actually, we've achieved quite a lot over the last 10 years. So take that realistic approach to it and don't say, oh, I'm going to do everything this year, or I'm going to do everything this month, or whatever it is. All right? Take that longer term view. So set those realistic goals. The last one, mate, is my favourite. Take breaks, work-life balance.
Yeah.
Know what that is for you. For me, I know it's, for me, I know it's all about going away and being in nature.
100%.
So if I don't do that nearly every week, I'm not going to be productive. So time management is hinged around work-life balance. You've got to get that right.
Very well said by you, and look forward to speaking again.